All right, guys, we are back again with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. We have episode 23 of season 1 here up and ready to go. The final episode of season 1. I cannot put into words how excited I am for this episode because, it's been a long time coming. I started this show months ago. I know I say this with every series I do because it always takes me months to finish a series. Still, this show has just been a banger, bro. An absolute incredible piece of storytelling. And the last few episodes have really been bringing it up. I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up too much, but if this episode is even on par with last week's episode for the storytelling, emotional impact, all that stuff, it's ending off with a bang. That's all. And I don't even have to wait for season 2. Season 2 is currently releasing. I think there's maybe 3-4 episodes of it out already. I don't know what we're doing. Rudy is in bad shape, very, very bad mental shape. But, I feel he's going to pick himself up. He knows he has other stuff he needs to do. He's a strong guy. He'll be fine. He'll be right. Yeah, he'll be fine. But anyway, just going to hop right into it and see what we get into. So let's go. Is that? Oh, is this a flashback? Or no? Is this Eddie's? Oh, her hair looks shorter, yeah. Okay, so this is her now. Oh, you bitch, explain yourself! How freaking could you? Though I can't lie, she do look pretty hard with that haircut, though. I respect it. I'm curious, though. Is she trying to... I don't know what the point in the hair is. Yeah. The nerve, bro. The absolute nerve of Eddie's smiling at the sunrise at a time like this, bro. Rudy's about to kill himself. Man's going through it. Bubbles. What was that about? Okay, I'm surprised that they showed us Eddie's. I kind of figured it might be this mysterious thing of they won't show us what she's up to. We knew she was, out adventuring with Ghislaine, and we knew that, it didn't just show us anything mind-blowing, but she seems to be in a good mood. She seems to be happy. I thought she'd also be depressed. She's a little down, but if you're able to smile just at the sunrise, that means that you have hope for the future, I guess, or you're not in that bad of a headspace. So she's taking it okay. Of course, she's the one who did Rudy dirty like that, so feels a little mean. Come on, Rudy, get up, bro. You don't need her. Go find a new party. Rudy was actually a cool dude. Eddie's, get out of here. I am joking, by the way. I don't have any. Partially. I'm partially joking. I don't actually have any hatred towards Eddie's. If you saw last week's episode, I feel for her as well. She's going through stuff, a lot of stuff, bro. She's had it rough. But, still, did she really have to play Rudy like that? Just leave him, abandon him with just some short ass note? Oh no, not a past life thing too. Oh. Okay, this is more... Yo, this is... Oh, and what, he's getting beat up? Healthy, friendly, happy. Yeah, fucking right. Okay. He is he's standing up to them. And that's how that happened, yeah. Well, shit. There is obviously some good camera work going on here because every time it showed that scene or any bullying scenes before, it didn't show the eyes of the bullies. It didn't show Rudy's eyes that much, his old self. It did partially, but it never showed him full on a normal character. Usually his eyes were covered, shaded behind his glasses, you couldn't see through them. But now we're able to see everything. We're able to see the bullies' faces. We're able to see Rudy's face. It feels like it's a good symbolism on the character development that Rudy's gone through. This flashback could be him looking back on this time, and instead of seeing everyone kind of evil, like shaded in, that sort of thing. Even himself, he sees them like as more regular, as more normal people, that sort of thing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe that is completely off the mark. But that's just how I'm taking it. It's kind of like, it just feels odd to be able to see the bullies' faces when before they were like villains, bro. You couldn't see their eyes. They had no soul, that sort of thing. I respect the camera work and the well, you know, it's not actually camera work, though. I don't know how it's referred to in anime perspective or just the animation style that they choose to do with it. It's just cool. Oh, is that his parents? Oh, what? Just is he disappointed in himself? Yeah, and we actually see his parents. Don't give in, I know you'll be fine when the children are strong. Yeah, he didn't have any self-confidence. He didn't believe in himself. Yeah. Because he tried, right? He tried to be strong by standing up to them about cutting in line, right? Like that was kind of him going against them, going against those tough guys. But he got showed up immediately. He straight up, he got beat with the basketball. And then when he even like showed strength against that, still gave them dirty looks, they strung him up naked in front of the whole school. Like, I can't blame Rudy for turning out this way. Like, it is easy to just say things like, oh, be strong. Oh, he should be tougher. Oh, he should have just pushed through it, been a stronger guy. It is so easy to say that stuff. But when you are personally going through this hell, you're terrified, dude. You have no idea what the right course of action is. Like, if you try standing up for yourself like you already did, like you already got pushed down again for it, like how's it going to change? What's the difference going to be? Rudy, oh, he is such a relatable character, and I'm really loving how they're portraying him, his story. At the beginning of the series, it's like, no, he's just this, like, you felt bad for him. You really did, but there were still aspects of him that was like, really, you didn't need to turn out that way. You didn't need to be a pervert, right? And you know, that still stands. But it has kind of shed light on some more of his like aspects and how he turned out that way, in a way that, like, at this point, even with his flaws, with his, like, you know, the main flaw is obviously he's a pervert. I'm going to keep saying that. That is his biggest flaw as far as I'm concerned. You still, like, you can blame him for it. And you probably should. Like, he has to take responsibility for some of it. But you can kind of see, like, he was so shut in. He didn't have anybody. It's kind of nice that he turned out only as badly as that, right? As the way he was. Like, it could have been a lot worse. So you're just going to tell him to get lost? Yeah, he's reverting back to his old ways. Mm-hmm. You're not the only one suffering. I like that. I like that viewpoint. That could also be put up against his parents, right? In his past life, they were also suffering. Like, there is. Sorry, I'm defending Rudy. There is also the aspect of he was not the only person hurting in that situation. Obviously, sorry, this guy, I'm so forgetting his name. I feel bad for it. I don't want to call him a butler, but wasn't he like the butler of the family of Eris's family? I guess I'll just call him the butler. No, like, I don't mean anything bad by that. He's dealing with all this shit. He obviously is also heavily affected by Eddie's leaving. Not on such an emotional level, but he is also hurting. It sucks that Rudy's kind of taken like a more selfish approach, being like, just leave me alone. Like, let me sulk in my feelings, just like he did in his past life with his family. When his family was trying to help him, his parents were trying to like cheer him on, help him. He just shut them out. He said, no, like, don't even come in here. I don't care about the food you're leaving out for me, anything like that. I'm just going to sulk. Like, these people are trying to help you and you are turning them down, and they need your help and you're turning them down. It's such a complicated relationship that Rudy has with these emotions, these negative emotions. He just doesn't know how to cope. And, it's fair. Like, how do you cope with all this shit he's gone through in his other life, this life? It's something he's never been through before. Every time he's learning something new, he has to figure it out on his own, though. What do you want from, the expectations? Just rolling right on the floor? God damn, dude. Oh, it was Rudy. Oh. Super. Yeah, he has to be the one to tell them now. I'm really talented, yeah. Kind of showing how Rudy's like inspired both of them in a way. Yeah, but they have to figure out how to do it. Yeah. He gave them the inspiration, the motivation, but they need to learn to do it without him. Get a picture. Yeah, these guys are cool. They're not judging. Hmm. 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 Hands are small. Feels like she should be, the tougher one. Yeah. Beat the dragon god. Oh. And this time, I'll protect him. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, is Eddie isn't doing it for selfish reasons. Dope haircut, too. Like I said, I respect the haircut. Oh, back to, sorry. I want to stop. This is an episode I gotta talk about a lot, dude. I feel like I must have said that last episode, too. It's not for selfish reasons. You could call them selfish reasons, but it is more for Rudy's sake. That she wants to, like, Rudy is the reason that she wants to get stronger. The way she left him, that was a little bit selfish. Like, she couldn't have explained it better. I guess maybe she felt like that was the way it had to go so that, like, Rudy didn't have a chance to come with her. Like, she probably knew Rudy would come with, like, he would refuse. He'd say, no, like, I'm coming with you no matter what. And there's not much she could do to stop him. So I'm just saying, could have left a longer note. Like, you could have. Like, I don't care how quick. You should have written the note beforehand, before the whole, sexual shit happened. But anyway, the reason that she's leaving, she wants to get stronger so that she can be the one to protect him. She's saying, like, oh, his hands were smaller than mine. That just means, like, yeah, she feels like it's not right for her to be relying on him this much, this heavily. Rui's as well. Rui's, like, he's been relying on Rudy just as much. He was saying it last episode. He needs to be able to do it on his own. Fix his reputation. Become friendlier with people. A little bit of a side effect, but have better social skills with people. Because, that's something he does kind of need to work on as well. Like, Rudy thinks he's been doing this all wrong. Like, he's so negative right now. He's only focusing on the bad shit that's been happening, the bad stuff. But he's not thinking at all about, like, the reasons why they would have left, or the positive reasons why they would have done what they did. He's only thinking, like, oh, what did I do wrong? What should I have done differently? It's like, no, you did the best that you could, man. It is not your fault that they left. He's just taking it so badly. It's tough. I feel bad. Sorry, that's a bit of an understatement. I feel like shit for Rudy because there's no one here to explain it to him. He has to figure it out just on his own. Oh. Still has it. Did I see you again someday? Yeah. Oh, it's going through everybody, bro. Everybody who's been positively affected by Rudy. Everyone's like, man, I wish Rudy was here. Huh. Yeah, his brother. Yeah, maybe getting hungry, but doesn't want to bother them or doesn't want to. I don't know. That's a bit different. Oh. Wait, she ran into the. She ran. Oh, God. Roxy she's just done, bro. Oh, wow. They just left. They just left him there. Straight up trying to sell her? Damn. Yeah, Roxy's like, damn it, I have to do something about this, don't I? Oh, oh, don't ask for an eye. Please, I don't want to see that again. Yeah, okay, but you're still broke. It don't matter. It's a lot less epic when you're tied up. Oh, she just didn't believe. She's like, wait, you can actually do that? Oh. Oh, so they were going to see Paul. Oh, that's kind of sweet. My lord, please. No, it just, don't say my lord, bro. That's just weird. Oh, yeah, a little bit of relief. Yeah, he is the father of her child. And that's why you shouldn't call him my lord. That's weird. Oh. Waiting for your big brother. Putting it on Rudy, okay. It's like, yeah, Rudy will find her. Oh, the mother. Oh. Oh, don't tell me. No, she's not dead. Why is she in the middle of a desert? Oh? What the hell is this? What the fuck is this, bro? Is she in the ocean? Why is she in the... She's underwater in a desert? What the hell does that mean? Labyrinth City of Rapan. Okay. Okay, so she's alive? Okay, well that's good. I was afraid she was about to be a body on the bottom of the ocean, dog. Don't laugh at my boy. Oh damn, okay. Straight up magician. Roxy's just like, what the fuck just happened? Like that could have been all bullshit. Like she could have just been lying, bro. He's depressed. But she believes in him, knows he's strong. He can get back up on his own. Yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, the cuts between the lives, bro. I don't know why it gets me. Reached out to me. Mm-hmm. Yep. A little bit. That's what I'm talking about, the selfishness. Yeah, oh, is that what that brother thing was about? Like, he was able to overhear his brother being like, no, like, don't bother bringing it up yet. Because, it's not, nothing, it doesn't matter. Like, he's not going to eat it. He's been refusing this whole time. And so, that's why he wanted to call out, but he didn't. Because he wanted them, he didn't want them to stop reaching out. But, if you keep pushing them away, then, yeah, they'll get the point. They'll say, no, like, if he doesn't want our help, then what can we do, right? Oh, maybe he's gonna see his mom in a dream. Oh, the bubbles. There was only a few. Like the fact that we saw her like underwater, that makes me think the bubbles refer to her. Oh, and it's just a dream about his mom. It's like, yeah, she still needs me, right? That's what he's gonna be thinking. Just straight up bossing Paul around, huh? Okay, I guess. Oh. Man, is this his mother? Is this what she's thinking of right now? Oh, yeah, no, that's Rudy. He's like, yeah, my mom, she needs me. What am I doing sitting here? Got to go. Oh, not the room, bro. Not the room. Don't visualize it as the room you're going to give me, bro. Yeah, okay. Yep. Walk out of that tent, bro. Get out of that room. Yeah, now he has people relying on him. It's not just him. Like, he did. Oh, man. Yeah, kind of departing from that version of himself. Oh, is he? A little bit of rain? Oh. Atta boy. Wake up and take a step. That's all you gotta do. Damn. What the hell is this? What the hell? Oh, man. Oh. Okay. looking back on the positives of it a little bit, I take it this is from his perspective, unless it's just them giving us a compilation. Oh, is this the Dragon God again? It's not fiction. Who is this, bro? Oh, is that Sylvie? Why is she gray hair? Why does she, or white? Person I respect most. Okay, that was Sylvie. Weird that her hair's changed a bit. Okay, you know what? Kind of, I wasn't expecting a little bit of a tease like that. Well, I guess I was, but I sort of thought they'd just end the, well, I don't know what I expected. I really don't know what I expected from that, but that was a good episode. That was great. All that emotional trauma. I feel like I say that, bro. I must say trauma like every episode of this show, dude. This man is going through so much, Rudy. It's just so cool the way that they have been able to symbolize the difference between his old life and his current life, right? And how he is now. It's awesome that they've been able to make us like slowly kind of understand him better as a character, understand his intentions, why he was the way that he was before and still is, but he is like becoming stronger, becoming more mentally fortified. Having Rudy like walk out of his old life like that, like having it pictured in his room and having him as Rudius walk out. And they were still cutting to his old life. It is nice that they're not like completely separating it because he is the same person. It's just him moving on from that type of like negativity in his life, from being this like guy who just sits alone, sulks, because now he has people who rely on him. In his past life, he never got the chance. He never attempted to reach out to anybody. In order for them to like heavily rely on him, get support from him, or for him to get the support, he just kind of shut them out. Even his parents, like they were trying their hardest to help him. He just didn't want it. He didn't like it. He didn't like, I don't know if it was he didn't want to be a burden to them, or he just didn't think like it was going to matter either way. What exactly? I think it was that one. He didn't think whatever they did, how would it change, right? He's tried other things. They didn't work. So just sulk in my room, stay that way for, hell, I think he stayed that way for like 20 years, something like that. But now like he has his mom who like is still like waiting. He knows that she's looking for him. I don't know if that was just like a dream, just a regular ass dream, or if that was some kind of like magical thing, because it kept showing bubbles. It kept showing bubbles in that dark screen, bubbles rising as if someone was like drowning. That could be some sort of symbolism of Rudy drowning in his own like, depression, right? It could have been something like that. Or we know that the mom, when that demon lady chick was using her eye to see her mom, it looked like she was underwater. So maybe that was also like, maybe the mom is underwater in trouble and that's why the bubbles were rising. The one way, if it was about the mom being in trouble, that makes me think like there might have been some kind of like psychic thing going on. Maybe not though. I imagine it might have been more of a symbolism thing. But, just Rudy, incredible. Like, it's so awesome that he had this mindset that he couldn't move on. He was never going to change. People don't just change that easily. But like, what about this has been easy? Bro straight up was reincarnated into a world where he has to fight against monsters, use magic use incredibly powerful magic, learn that incredibly powerful magic. The man straight up almost died many, many times. And he's saying like, oh, how could someone change that easily? Like he's still looking back on like what he's done as something that's not that impressive. I know that's not the point, but still that's kind of just a funny thing. Like he's gone through the work to change as a person. Even when you go through all this stuff, it's still going to feel like you don't deserve it. Like if you revert back to some of your old ways, you feel like, oh, I'm a failure. Like I'm just a burden to everybody. Like I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna even try to change at all. But luckily, Rudy now, he has something to push him along, to keep him moving, to keep him on the right path of there is people who need me. And I kind of like that it was more about his mother this time. that he was worried about than Sylphie. Because in the past, he's shown that he cared about, it kind of seemed like he cared about Sylphie more. Like when he first met up with Paul again and he asked like, oh, Sylphie's still missing or Sylphie's gone? And Paul was like, what about your mother, dude? Like, care about your mother. It's nice that his mom was the one to give him this push and not Sylphie. I don't know if that is like a bit of his development. Like I'm not saying it's bad that he cares about Sylphie. I'm just saying that probably his mom, like obviously maybe should have been the more important one, but she has done a lot for Rudy in the past and she has helped him in the past. And maybe it's just sort of, it could be something between like the parents' message too, right? Like the parents tried to reach out to him in the past, couldn't help him out in his other life. Now his parents, like in his dream, his mom, reaching out to him just to tell him like, I love you, like I believe in you, that sort of thing. And that's pushing him on. A lot of different symbolism here. That episode completely met my expectations, I think. The ending was a little bit odd. I kind of figured they'd kind of leave it as like kind of a concluded story. I didn't know if they would tease a little bit. So now I just have questions. Like I was very happily satisfied with it. Like if it had just ended with him like walking away, like moving on from that life, I think I would have been a bit more satisfied. I don't think they needed to tease the next season, though you kind of have to expect it, right? It is a money thing. They want people hyped for the next season so that they can keep telling the story. So I can't necessarily blame them. And it was just such a small thing. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying it felt maybe a little bit out of place, like just in my opinion. But it was also nice that they showed some like positive aspects of his adventure. They showed Rudy having fun with Eris and Rudy and like, tomato fights, fireworks, that sort of thing. Like it's finally showing. He's been focusing so much on the negative. It's giving him something positive. Now that he's like up and moving and not just sitting, wallowing in his bad feelings. And that's just something that happens in real life. Dude, like you can, I've had my bad episodes, dude. I'm not afraid to say I've had some depressing episodes, but as soon as you like just get up and do something that makes you feel like you have a purpose or you have a motive or just inspired at all, it is just a positive trend, dude. Like you just can keep going. Like you're gonna have your dips. Rudy, I'm sure like in the future, this isn't the end of Rudy's like, trauma. Sorry, it feels bad saying the word trauma now that I've pointed it out. But, he's going to have more bad areas, probably stuff from his past coming up again to make him feel like shit. As long as he can push through it, that is all that matters. And we know now that he can, that he has it in him to move on. And it's so motivating to see someone who was in such a bad rut as Rudy going through all of this season and becoming even just slightly like, yeah, people don't change easily. People don't change quickly. But as long as there is change, then it's good. Like you're good to go. Like that's all that matters. As long as you are changing, you're not completely staying in the same negative loop. Because yeah, all the shitty stuff happens to you. But if you don't do anything about it, who do you really have to blame? Like you can still blame the people, like the bullies, all that, like what Rudy was doing closer to the beginning. But you do at some point when you drag it on like that and you start affecting your family and people who support you and just kind of ignoring people, that's on you. And that sucks. It sucks to say like you're at fault, but it's just the case. And that brings me back to, the camera work that they had at the beginning of showing the bullies. Like it makes me think that maybe Rudy sees them as more just regular people or not as much of a threat anymore when he's looking back on them. It could be that sort of thing because yeah, he's been through so much shit too. Like he's straight up gone up against a god and lost. So when he looks back on those bullies, like, do they seem like that much of a threat anymore? Probably not. So I take it there was some sort of perspective shift going on there. And I appreciate it. I hope that's the case. I hope I'm not just reading too much into it. That'd be cool. And of course, sorry, I should talk about like Eris and Rudy again a little bit. I did talk about them enough, but Eris is kind of the main one. Like she was the one who most definitely was relying on Rudy like a lot. And she wants to be the one to be able to protect him. She doesn't want to rely on him that much. She wants to be the one who he can rely on as well. That's a really nice positive message too. I really appreciate that it's not just like she's jealous of him or that she just like it's nothing new. We've seen that sort of thing before in other shows, that sort of thing. But after we've seen everything that Eris and Rudy have gone through together, and we know how like deep their connection has gone at this point, it just feels that much more impactful that like she was willing to kind of sever that relationship, like almost cut it off the way that she did, just because she wants to be a better person for him. There is like a lot of development. I'm focusing a lot on Rudy, and obviously that's because like we're seeing everything through his eyes, basically. But Eris, like the amount of character development she's gone through, like ever since we met her in, I think it was episode 5, dude. Like it was pretty early on. She's completely changed. Same with Rudy. I've said it before. And even now, like he is learning a lot of, like he's learning how to be a better person. He hasn't always been a great dude, Rudy. He is now. I love my boy Rudy, but he hasn't, like he's done some shitty things in the past. But because of Rudy, he was able to look past that and realize that there is a future for him that he can actually aspire to and like fix the mess ups that he's done. And then it showed all those other people too, right? That have been affected by Rudy, like even his family, bro, Lilia, Paul, his sisters, like they are also all relying on Rudy. It's hard for me to put it into words because I'm not such like a smart dude, but it is just so nice to see that it's not some like magical fix that Rudy was able to find. Like I did just say like maybe it was a psychic message, like maybe there's something like that his mom could have sent to him, but I don't think so. I think it was all just Rudy. Like everything he's gone through, the accumulation of every character, every person he's met, everything he's done, all the actions that he's taken, all the relationships he's built has led to him being able to change just this slight amount. It is possible to change. As tough as it is possible to change your ways, how you feel, how you react to things. Just such a good series, bro. A good season. This whole first season kind of feels like it's been about Rudy and his growth. It probably still will be in the future, but this feels like it was a solid conclusion to that arc. Maybe next season will be like, I don't know if we'll see much of his past life next season. Maybe it'll still be cutting to it, or maybe we'll just kind of move on from it. Like it could go either way. I don't want to say he's a completely different person because there is still aspects of that version of him. And it's not like that version of him was completely negative, but he feels like a different dude now. Like it feels like he is a better person. I don't know what else to say, man. I really freaking enjoyed that. That was awesome. That was a great episode, a great last few episodes, a great first season entirely. Like it is one of my favorite shows that I've probably done on this channel, just from the sheer amount of character work, development, the ability to talk about things. Like there was so much to kind of pick apart. I really am excited for season 2. I want to know what they're doing. I guess it just feels so satisfying, man. I'm so excited to see. And like I was kind of nitpicking that the tease for next season, but it is cool to see Sylphie. I'm curious why she has white hair now. I'm curious who she's helping. It seems like some powerful people. It seems like it could be different mountains, but maybe she's in the same mountains as the Dragon God. I didn't recognize any of that group of people that she was talking to like that. Either way, Sylphie, she's been doing good for herself. She's still speaking positive of Rudy. I did have that little theory that she might be some kind of villain character. Hopefully not. Like, hopefully that's not a group of like bad people that she's joined up with. Like, I don't know, turning her green hair to white kind of seems evil. There was kind of a thing of like a lot of characters with short white hair are bad people. Like I'm not just saying in the show, I'm just saying like in anime in general. Like it feels like that's a bit of a trend. Though I can't even think of the names of any. Like there's some white-haired people who aren't that bad. I guess I shouldn't judge. So that's it. That's it for season 1. That was amazing. I'm excited to get into season 2. It's going to be a banger. I know it. I've already looked at some of the reviews for it. It seems like it's about on par so far with season 1. But, you know, it still is in early phases as well. Like I said, I think only 4 episodes maybe have come out. I guess I'll be sort of up to date at some point on the show. I don't know. Oh, are they doing a core thing? Are they doing like core 1 and 2 just like they did? It might not. Maybe it was just because of the whole pandemic thing that they had to do it in the first place. I'm hoping Let's hope no, because it would be nice if they just did the whole season. Either way, I'm going to start watching it. It doesn't matter. I can deal with cliffhangers, I guess, if I have to. That's it, I think. That's going to be it for this episode. So if there is anything I missed talking about, anything you guys want to discuss more, let me know down in the comments. I will answer every single one that I can. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated on season 2 when it comes out. And I do also have a Patreon link down below. We'll give you early access to any episodes in the future. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.